Will we take Maine?
I mean, we should. I mean, I'm glad Trump took Maine. I don't know what other places he took. I'm not
Which
paying
camera
attention.
are we on here?
No,
Camera 3.
Camera
Ladies
3.
and gentlemen, welcome back
Welcome.
to another edition of the Weekly Narrative live stream special election night edition. You're here in the action room
We've
at
been
the Weekly
waiting
Narrative
for this
headquarters.
day forever. How long? 4 years?
Many years.
We're
Thanks
here.
for joining chat. I see Dave in chat. I see Miles. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back. Dave, Miles, Tony.
Tony.
Get in here. Iron Man says Trump 2020. We
Hell
got
yeah.
Tony. He says Trump 2020 as well.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
my audience is definitely heading towards one particular direction.
I mean, if we have a Biden people, like, come on, join us as well. You
Come
know,
on in,
join the
Bidens. It's
grandstands.
cool. I don't mind.
Cheer
Yeah.
us on.
Plenty of room in the arena for everybody of
plenty
all
room
opinions.
for the millions of fans
That's
at
right.
home.
That's right. Today is going to be a little interesting. So, I don't know about you, but I have not looked at any of the results so far.
Me neither, not really.
So this is going to be fun, okay, guys? What we're going to do...
I've had people
I
asking
think-
me, but I'm like, I don't know. I haven't looked. I'm sorry. I'm too
Yeah,
busy.
so, okay, I haven't been looking because, honestly, I just want to know the outcome. I don't really care about the whole, oh my God, Florida's blue. Nope, it's going to go red. No, it's going to go
Yeah.
blue. I just want to know
Who won?
who wins.
Who wins?
I'm more interested in the story that happens once the results are in,
I want
which
the
is-
memes after.
which is like, well, before the memes even happen, it's going to be the rigging, right?
Mm,
So
Maybe.
the drama of, we didn't get the mail-in ballots counted. We need 3 more days. This state hasn't counted all their ballots. But Biden's calling it because CNN said he wins. Trump's calling it because he got Florida and all these other states. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah.
going to be some stuff that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, I mean, we kind of called it a few streams ago where we talked about how on election night, how it's always been like they call it on election night who wins, but I feel like this one's gonna be different. It's gonna be
Yes.
tonight is like the day to turn in all your crap, but we're not gonna really know for maybe a few more days.
What up, Noah?
What's up,
The
Noah?
frail Jew.
I love Noah.
Welcome
Noah's
back
cool.
to the stream, guys. Glad to see you here. Skipping around on streams. There is so many streams on right now. We are in a hot market, okay? We're competing with Joe Rogan, Sargon of Akkad. He's probably got like 50,000. We're competing with David Pacman, you know, all these other guys, all these other streamers.
Yeah, we've got some
We've
good
got
competition.
9 million so far, but
9 whole million.
I don't blame you guys if you're hopping around on different streams. I think this one's going to be a little bit different, though, because we're not going to be hyper-focused on the results.
Yeah,
We're going to be hanging out, talking. So if you want to get away from
watching it
the
minute by minute.
the anxiety of the results, and you know, maybe just taking your mind off of things for a little bit, this is probably where you want to be. Tim Pool's probably got like 80,000.
Who wants to be anxious all the time?
Okay, so I lied earlier. I said I didn't look at any results, but I glanced. I went into Sargon of Akkad stream, and somebody in chat said, "Oh, I'm nervous. Florida doesn't look good." And I was like, "Oh, son of a." And I was like, "Exit. It's not because I don't want to hear any bad news.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't care about that roller coaster of Florida's bad and then it's good, which is probably what actually happened.
Yeah.
Trump probably won Florida.
I mean, I think he probably won.
And yeah, I'm just not interested in that roller coaster.
I mean, either. I mean, but if y'all want to tell us what's going on, like,
We can take a glance at the results.
we can. But I mean, I would much rather just chat with our viewers about what's going on than look up what any mainstream media is telling us what's going on.
See, Anthony's got the right idea. He says all the other streams are getting too stressful.
Right? No,
That's-
we
that's
don't
what
want
we're saying.
stress. Like, I don't want stress at all.
We're going to talk some reason into you, talk you down from that,
From that stressful ledge of
the anxiety.
the anxiety, exactly.
Man, I was on a flight today, flying back from Houston, which was awesome. Shout out to my buddies in Houston.
Hell yeah. Houston, what's up?
And I wasn't even thinking about the election at all until the chick next to me put on CNN, and then she was watching CNN for like half the flight.
Oh, of
And
course.
and I'm like, why do you watch this stuff? Like, what you're not going to know any of the results until, later tonight, but you watch it because you want that, like,
That anxious energy, that nervous
Yeah.
energy, that stressful
yeah, forget
energy.
all that. I don't care about any of that kind of stuff.
I don't me neither. I don't want to be stressed. I'm already stressed enough. I don't want to add to it.
Hey, Diggity Dane says he definitely won Florida, so that's good.
I think he won Florida just because of the voter enthusiasm that I've seen in Florida. And not to mention, I've chatted on social media with a few people who are in Florida that are total Trumpers. So I think the enthusiasm's there across like a lot of states that you wouldn't assume it's there. I mean, hell, here in California, I'm seeing voter enthusiasm, but you wouldn't think that there'd be any voter enthusiasm for Trump in California. But there is. It's great. I love it.
When I was in Houston, I rode past a 7-mile long Trump parade.
Hell yeah.
It was absolutely insane. I was going in the opposite direction, and they just kept coming and coming and coming. I was like,
Oh, that sounded dirty.
This isn't.
I'm just saying.
Trying to stay monetized here.
I know, but I mean, that's not bad.
No, well, then I looked online. I looked at the Sacramento subreddit just to see if anything was going on, if people were crying or anything. And I saw somebody complaining, "There's a Trump parade heading down I-80 into downtown. It's
Oh my gosh.
100 cars long, and they're making traffic slow." I'm like,
Hell yeah.
Even in California, it's happening.
Oh, I know. It's all over the country. Even in Sacramento, I saw a video of a Trump parade going over the bridge right over here, right around the corner from you, the yellow bridge.
Yeah.
So it's the voter enthusiasm.
contagious.
It's contagious. It really is. And in Hollywood and like Beverly Hills, I know especially they've been having tons of rallies down in Beverly Hills. I almost wanted to like.
Oh yeah, I saw pictures of that as well. It was massive.
I kind of wanted to maybe like go to one with you possibly, but I was like, oh, it's almost towards election time, so I don't think there's going to be any more after. But there might be. You never know.
Dave brings up a good point. He says they want to be reassured by the bias. When they watch these streams for the people that they agree with, they want to hear that, oh, nope, Trump's going to do well. Trump's going to... This is a whole different ballgame, all right? This is where this stream is going to stand out from the rest of them. Because I'm not going to tell you that Trump's going to win. I'm going to give you a whole different story. And here's the story that I'm going to tell you right now. Somebody already said in chat, I think it was Miles, that the country is on the line.
It is on the line.
The stakes... Well, I'm going to disagree with you.
What?
The stakes aren't as high as people think they are. You've been amped up to believe that the country's at stake.
It's true.
But here's my counter argument to that. And I kind of went over this with you a little bit earlier. Biden, if he wins, first of all, I think it's a win-win because the lefties are probably not going to riot. They're not going to cry and complain as much. They're going to chill out.
That's true.
But also, Biden is an establishment candidate who's not going to do any of that garbage that he says he's going to do. All the stuff that he's saying that he's going to do in the campaign, or he's hinting at, or that he's the trigger points that he's pressing, the pressure points of the racism, equality, and the healthcare.
Oh, he's not going to do anything
They're not
going to
do any of that.
Yeah.
They're too used to Trump, who is actually getting stuff done. So they see the model of this guy who's doing things that he said he was going to do, and maybe they think they're going to get that out of Biden. And I think also that the people who are on the conservative side think that too. They think that if Biden gets in, he's going to actually execute all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and this is my prediction, and if he does win, he's not going to execute on all that stuff because we're going to go back to we're in a different
old ways of politics.
We're going to go back to the old paradigm where you say what you need to say to get in, and then nothing happens.
And once you get in, you don't do anything.
Nothing happens for 4 years or 8 years, whatever it is. So I'm here to tell you guys, I don't think the anxiety is warranted.
I mean, it's not.
I don't think we're immune from getting hyped up with that anxiety either. You know, I think we listen to a lot of people on the right wing side, who say, "Oh, the country's at stake, and we have all this. It's all over."
But the left is saying it too.
That's what I'm saying. We're not immune
Both
to
sides
it.
are saying
everyone's
everyone's saying the country's at stake.
That's the genius of the media narrative.
But we all know tomorrow we are all gonna wake up and go about our normal daily routine, whatever it may be.
Yes.
So that's why we're here to remind you guys, like, hey, yes, like This is a very important night. But tomorrow and the next day and then every day after that, it's going to be, you're going to wake up and do the same damn thing every single time. So don't stress. It's not that, it is a big deal, but it's not that as big a deal as we're all making it out to be.
The worst possible situation that happens is that you have to make some adaptations to a new style of life in like, what, 2 or 3 years when they actually do changes?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, if Biden wins, he's not going to get inaugurated till January. So really nothing.
And he's not going to actually do anything.
He's not going to do anything until he possibly might run again in, what is it, 2024?
Yeah, right.
But I don't know if he's going to make it to 2024. I mean, he is rather old.
See, there we go. The Frail Jew says, I agree with you. No matter who wins, not much will change.
Yeah, it's not really going to change.
So that's why you got to step back, take a step back. If you're in that pattern of, you're looking at the map and you're listening to your pundit and he's like, oh my God, if we don't win this state.
You're listening to Cenk Uygur.
This guy's about to turn blue. This county's going red. It's not,
bullshit.
It's not worth your time. Step back, elevate yourself above that level of discourse because you don't need to be in that.
Yeah. I mean, I just go where the love is and the positivity is. And there's really, whether Trump wins or Biden wins, I'll be fine tomorrow. I'll be fine the next day and every day after that. Because no matter who the president is, like, it doesn't affect my every single day life. But it's nice to be behind somebody who's like the leader of this country that you actually like.
Well, here's another counter argument to the people who now, Miles, you know me, buddy. I got a counterpoint. Okay, he says I work in a place that might have to shut down because of the election, so no, my life won't be normal. But we've already experienced this year.
Yeah.
The biggest disruption to our lives that we've ever had in terms of my life, and I'm like 32. Mm-hmm. This is the biggest disruption. Jobs lost, people's lives completely upended.
Businesses shut down.
And what happened? Did the country go under, or did we adapt?
We adapted.
And we adapted fast.
Mm-hmm.
In the face of a biological threat, like a pandemic.
Yeah, a biological threat.
Not a person who's making policies on paper. This is a biological threat. Who doesn't care about laws or rules or boundaries or anything? And we overcame that. We adapted to it like it was nothing. Because
that's human nature.
Yes, some people will suffer.
Oh, yeah, of course. People will die. People will suffer.
But in the long run, we're going to make it. That's actually what makes our country stronger, I think.
This is what makes human beings stronger. But Americans especially, it's what makes us stronger.
And also, as Anthony says, COVID's going to disappear tomorrow.
I mean, it will. I've been saying this for months. I'm like, watch tomorrow.
COVID's going to be gone tomorrow.
Magically in California, tomorrow, all the businesses that got shut down or had like all of these stupid safety restrictions for COVID are going to magically just disappear. They're going to magically just lift their rules and not give a shit because these rules are just stupid anyways. You have to wear a mask when you go into any business. Are you kidding me? No. If I'm going to like a hospital, maybe I'll wear a mask, but I'm not. You kidding me? Going to my corner store? Hell no. Fuck you guys. My corner store knows me, so they don't even give a shit if I don't wear a mask or not.
Yeah, I got yelled at when I went into the polling booth because I didn't have a mask on today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they're like, hey. I was like, what do you? What? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys are just.
I'm still not even in the mindset that it's normal to wear them. I'm still back in the old normal. Where
He's in the old normal.
I don't care unless somebody says it. Then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I left it in the car. Son of a.
My favorite is when I see people that go into businesses and they're like, hey, you have to wear a mask. Or like when we were at the Women's March and those chicks were like, hey, do you want a mask? And I was like, no, I got one. Thank you. I just had it in my pocket.
I saw a guy on the plane today. He had 3 masks on.
What?
He had double like cloth masks and then he had a plastic face shield. Now I was gonna,
oh my god,
I'm inclined to make fun of him, but there's a potential that maybe he's got like some immunity like
I don't
disease
care
or something like that.
I don't fucking care. You need to expose yourself. Those are the people that need to expose themselves to germs. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry, they do. Like they just do. You need like some of them germs. That's why you're so sick all the time.
Well, one thing that nobody's talking about. It's gonna be another prediction that I made a couple months ago is that this whole mask thing, depending on how it turns out the election wise, they're going to pivot to look at how many turtles these masks are killing. Like, because,
Right?
disposable masks, you see them everywhere on the sidewalk
I
and
see
parking
them
lots and
all
stuff
the
like that.
time on the side of the street.
That's the out for when the masks need to go. That's going to be the storyline. Is that, these are polluting the environment.
right.
And they're killing turtles and all that. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to...
The turtles are eating it and dying because it's getting all mixed
There's
up in
going to
their...
be videos of them pulling masks out of turtles' noses.
Right.
Like they had the straws. Remember the straw videos?
Oh my god, yeah. That was some shit. I remember I saw that and I felt bad for the turtles, but once I realized that it wasn't our country that was doing all the polluting in the oceans, I was like, okay, I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, mostly not us.
It's mostly not us. It's mostly China and India. Hate to say it.
We don't want to talk about that, though.
We don't want to talk about that because that's racist. We don't want to talk about that China and India produce like 8 times the pollution
Yeah.
that we do.
No,
And we've actually reduced our carbon emissions significantly by not joining the Paris Climate Accord.
Yep. No, don't want to talk
But
about
we
that.
don't want to talk about that.
Dave says my company has info that people are going to try to disrupt supply lines, meaning 18-wheelers, for the next 2 weeks.
Of course they are, because they're going to be
Interesting.
mad. They know most truckers love fucking Trump.
Truckers are the lifeblood of this entire economy.
They are.
Thank you, Dave, for your service.
Yeah, man. Whatever.
It's not. I don't think it's an easy job.
It's not. It's really not. I mean, who wants to drive hours and hours and hours and, not talk to anybody or visit with anybody or just like have that kind of lifestyle?
You wouldn't have anything. You wouldn't have a Truly. I wouldn't have my vodka.
Yeah, you
wouldn't
can't
have
do
anything
that shit. You
without
can't be
those.
drinking and driving. That's not safe.
If the authorities mandate Halloween masks, I'm down, says Anthony. Did you guys do Halloween at all?
I didn't.
I did.
I don't participate in paganism, sorry.
Gooch is in chat.
Gooch is in chat.
I think so.
What's up, Gooch?
There he is. Gooch. Oh, what up?
What's up?
Welcome to the chat, buddy. Hope you're having a great election night.
I hope everybody's having a good election night. And I mean, even if you didn't go and vote, I'll still love you. It's fine.
The Frail Jew. We're in California. We're in
Yes, we are in Sacramento,
capital of the California.
capital. The California.
The heart of the corruption.
Really, yeah. If you want a little taste of what communism, socialism is like, just come to California. We have all
Or
that.
just awful culture in general.
Just awful culture in general where people just don't really give a shit. And like literally they don't give a shit. They'll like shit on the sidewalk because they don't give enough of a shit to have like be able to go to a public place and use the restroom.
Yeah, well, Sacramento's getting to the San Francisco levels where now I have to step over human feces on the sidewalk occasionally.
Yeah.
What up, Doug?
Doug?
Checking in from Pennsylvania. How's it going over there, buddy?
Yeah, tell us how Pennsylvania went. Is Pennsylvania Trump or Biden? Please let us know because we haven't been paying attention.
Dave watches us while he drives.
We would rather hear from you guys and talk with you guys about all this because it's just been nothing but negativity. And
Let's go to our reporter on the ground in Pennsylvania. Douglas Masters.
Douglas,
What's the story?
what is the sitch, bro, in Pennsylvania? Let us know because we want to know.
Man, Dave says he drives 3K miles per week. Is that what he said? Gooch with a $20 super chat.
3,000 miles a day?
10 to 11 hours a day, 3K per week. 3K miles, I'm assuming. That's insane, man.
That is insane. But my dad is a sales guy, and he drives a lot too. I've been on routes with him and shit. So, it's not nearly as much as you for sure. But yeah,
Everybody give it up in chat for the Gooch.
Gooch with the
Is
$20
back.
super chat.
He's establishing his dominance in the chat with a $20 super chat.
$20 super chat from the Gooch.
Says, what's up, everybody? Sorry, I haven't been around. Been working. Hey, get that paper, brother. Get that paper.
Get that money. Nobody's gonna fault you for
You
making
voted
money.
in Texas today. Good job, buddy.
Good job, man.
I just flew in from Texas today. I was in Houston. It's great. Thinking
Trump-
about moving there.
Yeah, he just went and visited Texas.
It was nice. It was
Yeah.
cold, actually, in Houston. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's too close to the coast, but...
I mean, yeah, you might want to go a little inland because I know you're kind of a
John Grassmeyer
more of a desert
and the
fan.
Babs. Oh, my God. What are you guys doing in my chat?
I know. What's up?
I used to work with these guys, actually, a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, these jokers.
these two jokers.
They probably have absolute
knuckleheads.
failure of careers. No, no, I'm sure there's
Total
shining
losers.
successes. Glad to see you guys. It's been a while. You guys,
welcome.
You guys having a nice election night? You guys care about the election at all?
I mean, yeah, I kind of care, but at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me.
I've got a broad audience. Some people aren't as interested in the political stuff, but you know.
This is
Yes.
The Frail Jew says, "What do you think of Libertarian candidate Joe Jorgensen?" I mean,
Garbage.
yeah, garbage. Sad to say, but yeah.
Gooch works in Houston, bro. Next time I come to Houston, we gotta hang out, Gooch.
For sure, yeah. Next time, take me with you.
Yeah, you come with me, and we'll hang out with Gooch.
Oh yeah, we'll hang out with Gooch and your buddy that lives there and all that stuff.
Be a great time.
Feel like I'm home.
Miles wants to know who's the girl. This is my co-host Delaney.
D Money, D Master, whatever.
I met her at a rally, and she's part of the LGBTQ community, and she's pro-Trump. So I figured, you know,
might as well get some diversity on the.
I got to get the diversity because as a straight white male, my opinion is worth very little. So I have to channel my opinions through her.
Well, you don't have to channel them. I just already have them. Him and I, we met at the rally, and I recognized him because I've seen his videos on YouTube, and I just walked up and I was like, "Hey, you're Jeremy, right? Weekly Narrative," and he was like, "Yeah." Wow, you actually recognize me? That's hella cool.
I get recognized all the time. Just you know.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, he was just there to like observe. He wasn't there to film or anything like that. And we exchanged information, and then just kind of became friends. And we've been doing the weekly live streams for
a few weeks now. Almost a month, maybe.
Over a month.
It's been solid.
It's been solid, like over a month. We've just been going on the live streams for a couple hours, sometimes multiple times a week. This last week was a kind of a fluke because you left and you went to Houston.
I was out of state.
Yeah, you were out of state, so we couldn't do the live stream, which is fine. But we've been doing it pretty strong, and I've been enjoying myself and learning a lot from him because that's really what it boiled down to for me. As I've been
my apprentice.
Yeah, I'm his little apprentice. I'm his little slave.
Good to hear that, John.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are killing it over there. You guys still in Michigan or what? I'm in California, baby. It was like 70 degrees today. I don't know what you guys are doing. Douglas says Trump is up by 400,000 in Pennsylvania right now.
I hope he keeps it.
Interesting, but the thing with like the massive leads in these numbers that I want to point out is that some of the states process their votes differently, so they'll dump all the mail-in ballots like right away. Some of them don't do that until the end. So to add them into the total, so you don't really know if there's going to be a crazy imbalance in the numbers. You know what I mean? If they count the mail-in ballots first, there's probably going to be a lead for Biden. But if they count them last, there's probably going to be a lead for Trump towards going into the end of it. So
right. I mean, it's we don't even see what's up with California for a little while. I think the polls close at 8 in California, so 25 more minutes here and the polls will close and then they'll count everything. And we already know California's going to be Biden, but I talked to my dad about this the other day, and because he asked me, he called me, he was like, "Hey, what's the news on who's supposed to win the election?" And I said, "Dad, well, all the major polls have been saying Biden, but they said the same thing about Hillary Clinton in 2016. So I don't trust the polls, for one."
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of disappointment out there.
I think there is.
A lot.
People
listen to the polls. You know, they listen to CNN, they listen to the MSNBC and all that.
MSNBC.
And then you get the Cenk Uyghur effect, which I'm coining right now. This is the Cenk Uyghur effect, guys. So you listen to the mainstream media so much that you literally think it's impossible for the polls that you've been fed to be wrong.
Right.
So in your mind, and Cenk literally has tweets that say this, and I'm going to respond to them once the election's over. Hopefully it's going to be hilarious. But he says that there's no possible way Trump will win based on the numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
I mean, Hillary Clinton technically won by 3 million votes, but look at what happened with the Electoral College.
That's part of the game plan, though. They want you to think that, so that if he does win, they're going to go pivot immediately to, like they did in 2016, they pivoted to Russia. They're going to pivot to election fraud or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Russia was a total lie.
Some other
Russia was a total lie. Like, and they proved it. Did you watch on Amazon? It's called The Plot Against the President. Basically, like, dismantles the whole the Steele dossier that they had against Trump, and how the Steele dossier was a total freaking lie, and they like illegally spied on Trump because of it.
Scam. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a total and complete scam. So I said that from the beginning with the whole Russia thing. I was like, this doesn't, like, I've seen more enthusiasm for Trump. I just noticed whoever has the most enthusiasm usually wins.
Well, I've been telling you that for a long time.
I know you have. Yeah.
I've been telling the stream that for a long time too. So if you guys don't know, I'll say it again for the last time for 4 years.
One more time.
Final time you ever have to hear me say it. Voter enthusiasm is the most important factor in elections.
It is.
Which is why I put $400 on Trump.
Hell yeah.
With 4 to 6 odds in favor of Biden to prove the point and to show that, maybe, I didn't put money on him because I want him to win. I put money on him because I'm putting...
You think he's going to win.
I want to have the receipts to prove to you guys that my worldview can predict the future correctly.
That I'm just a genius and that...
Well, here's the thing. After tonight, you're going to have Cenk and all these other guys on the left. They're going to freak out because they were wrong. And if that happens, they're not even going to stop for 1 femtosecond. I think that's a small unit, right?
Femtosecond?
Smaller than micro. So they're not even going to stop.
I've never even heard of that.
A picosecond. They're not even going to stop for that long to question why they were wrong. They're not going to be like, well, maybe I was wrong for XYZ reason. Not going to happen. They're going to immediately pivot to some other thing. Because they can't face the fact that they were wrong. If I'm wrong, if Trump loses, I'm going to reevaluate because I want my worldview to predict the future correctly. That's how success works in life. You want to be able to, use your worldview to predict what's going to happen so you can make the correct choices. These guys, they double down. They go full emotional outburst on it, and that's how you get Russia for 4 years.
Russia.
Well,
it was all Russia, the PP tapes and everything. Like that's what they went with after Trump won.
PP tapes.
They were so mad that Trump won that they literally, what did he say? Douglas Masters in the chat says the Steele dossier was funded by the Clintons. It was. It 100% was. They have proof of it. That it was funded by the Clintons.
That's not shady at all.
It's not shady. That it was a total lie, and it was based on a total lie that they were able to spy on Trump and his campaign when he was incoming into the presidency. That's not fair. Like, are you kidding me?
No.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Have you seen a lot of the Biden gaffes? There's been so many Biden gaffes that have come out in the last few days. Me and my buddy have just been laughing our asses off at all that stuff.
I know.
He's like, we need to get the Badanda health care coverage.
He's just unhinged.
Have you heard, the best one was true international depression. We need to get true international depression.
What?
What am I saying? What words are those?
International I don't know.
True international depression. It's been great. And come on.
Yeah. Come on, man. We're going to have all kinds of this election is like I said in a couple streams ago, I was like, we're going to just have great memes on social media for years to come because of this. That's what happened in 2016. We had so many great memes from the meltdowns of the libtards in 2016. And I just want
that one came from the inauguration, though. It wasn't election day. Just got to point that out.
Oh, whatever.
We're going to have to wait a few months.
Just Trump getting elected, period, and getting inaugurated, period. Was this enough for them to melt down like that?
Rachel Maddow in 2016, Rachel Maddow on MSNBC. That was the best one. Guys, in chat, tell me right now, I want to hear your favorite meltdown from 2016.
Let's hear it.
My favorite was Rachel Maddow. She was on there, and she's like, "It's not a dream. You're not dreaming.
This is real life.
This is real." Oh, it was so good.
This is really happening, guys.
She had tears in her eyes.
Just straight up cried on national TV. Oh my goodness.
It was. That's what happens when you believe the lie. You shouldn't be so surprised that you're in a state of tears. That's all I'm saying. If you're smart enough to be a pundit on MSNBC,
You shouldn't
you
be
should
driven
be
to
aware
tears.
of the reality that Trump has a pretty good chance to win. Oh, the Young Turks meltdown was good. Yes. We got a lot of Young Turks in chat.
TYT,
Yes,
they're
agree.
great at giving us material to make fun of them with. It's great.
Oh,
Just keep
man.
giving it to us, baby.
Everyone's saying TYT. Mad Cow's up there too.
Mad Cow's up there. I mean, Mad Cow.
I had never even heard that Mad Cow.
I've heard on the internet people call Joe Biden Fachina Joe.
Fachina?
Fachina.
I never heard that one.
Vagina.
I'm not-
V-A China.
I'm not up with all the lingo.
I know you're not. But this one chick that I follow on my Instagram, she says Fachina Joe. And I told her, I was like, I'm going to steal
Hayden
that.
Biden is what I usually hear.
Hayden Biden's great. I say Pedo Joe, but, you know, we're trying to get monetized up here, so.
Steve Giles. What up, buddy?
What's up, Steve?
The whole gang is in chat.
Bring it, babies.
These guys are all old school buddies I used to work with. Do you
Hell
think
yeah.
the Rush of the Bear nomination pulls a page from the 2000 Bush-Gore election where vote came to the choice of the court? Seems like a strap play for the GOP. It could be. It could be.
I mean,
That's like
we'll
the fallback
see.
plan, right? The courts are pretty locked down for Trump, so if it does get to the point to where it's undecided and it gets too long beyond tonight for decision, if they send it to the court, it's looking pretty good for the GOP in the Supreme Court. That would be an interesting win.
I mean, yeah. I mean, how many times has that ever happened?
That's what I'm saying. It'd be a really unique.
It is unique. I mean, like I don't know any times, but then again, I haven't researched like every presidential election.
It would probably fuel their court packing fervor though, because it'd be like, oh, look at Trump. He packed the courts. He knew this was going to happen. This was his plan all along.
He didn't pack the courts though. He just put in
Well, he put all 6-3.
6-3, but that's not what Joe Biden wants. Joe Biden wanted to put he wanted to expand the Supreme Court and make it like 15 judges.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to use Trump's imbalance of the court and like purposely imbalancing it
to further like the 15
Yeah,
Supreme Court
that's what
justice
I'm
thing that
saying.
they're trying
That's
to
what
do.
I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're speaking the same language. Yeah.
Yeah. Anna Kasparian's on suicide watch.
I don't doubt it. Her
Last
sexy little ass does need to be on suicide watch for tonight.
Last I heard, she's married to a divorced bartender who lost his job because of COVID. So she's probably not doing too well.
Yeah, and I mean TYT doesn't pay their employees that much, except for Chang. Chang probably gets a nice fat check, or he cuts himself a nice fat check from his Google funding.
I'm sure, yeah. I'm definitely watching TYT tonight if Trump wins. Trump up 300,000 in Ohio, now up almost 550,000 in Pennsylvania.
I mean,
Doug with the updates.
Doug is doing good with our updates,
Going to Doug
man.
Masters on the ground.
Doug
reporting
Masters on the ground
in Ohio.
It's
Go
pan
now.
to him, real quick.
It's raining.
It's raining.
What's that? The weatherman from Family Guy. They cut to him for like a one-liner and then they bounce right back.
It's raining hard.
Let's cut to Doug. Trump up 300,000 in Ohio. Thanks, Doug, for the report.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Doug,
that.
for the report, man. on the
TYT's
ground.
melting down at the moment. Oh man, I hope you guys are enjoying that right now. I hope everyone's got multiple tabs open that you're bouncing between to watch all the reactions. Gooch with another $20 drop.
Oh my goodness, Gooch, you are the man. Another
Thanks, bro.
$20.
Appreciate that, man.
Sorry, ladies and gents, I must go. Move to Texas. See you later. Trump 2020. Hell yeah, baby. Trump
Yes.
2020, Gooch. That's why we love you. Thank you for the super chat.
Very seriously considering moving to Texas.
I know he is. He's thinking of leaving me, but then I might just go with him.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. We'll see you next time, man.
Come on, join us whenever, bro. We love
Later,
you.
John. Thanks for stopping by, man. It was good to see you. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Yeah, John, get out of here, man. It's fine. We all understand. You got a life. All of us have lives. That's what we're trying to be here for, to remind everybody. Life moves on. Yeah, it might seem like life moves on.
Life finds a way.
It does. It really does. Surprising.
Yeah, see, Doug knows what's up. He's got tabs all over the place. He's probably got like 8 monitors he's just looking at.
Yeah, he's just got all
That's
of
how
them.
it used to be. That was me in 2016. I had, like 3 monitors. I was like, let's go over to what is CNN saying? What is the Google results saying? Are they synced up? Is Google trying to lie to me? What is the TYT doing? All that kind of stuff.
I remember in 2016, I went over to a friend's house to do like a watch party for the elections. And this is a friend who's like in the military, and he he's pro-Trump too, but he like he's in the military, so of course he's like I want to know who my commander in chief is gonna be. So he did like a watch party.
Yeah, it's important.
And then like his wife and my girlfriend they were friends and stuff, but those two didn't give a shit about politics. They were just totally not invested in it at all. And me and him were like totally invested. We're like, yeah, let's do this, man. Let's fucking do this. But in this year, it's not that I don't care. I just went and cast my ballot, did my thing, and I just recognized that tomorrow is going to be another day. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Let's just keep going. Like, it's about the after days of the election that really count. It's not about, yes, it's important to cast your ballot and, say your piece, but it's how you react afterwards to the results.
Everyone on the left especially is invested, their entire ego, their entire livelihood is invested in the outcome of this. Mm-hmm. My investment level is $400. Zero emotional investment. I don't care.
Yeah.
If he loses, I lose $400. That's it. I don't really care that much.
Oh well, it's $400.
Yeah,
but if you win, you get 1,000. So
the point that I'm gonna make a nice little payday if I win. But the point is, I think the media wants you to be invested. That's the game that they're playing. Their profit is directly correlated with how invested you are. So I'm intentionally telling myself that I don't want to get invested because I don't want to play their game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
I mean, that's smart. That's a smart thing to do. Yeah. I spy the I voted sticker. I did. Yeah, I'm wearing it. Like, I got it earlier. I'm just going to rock it. It's fine. I know I'm a total nerd for it, but whatever.
Only 2 monitors, Doug? Come on, you got to up your game, buddy.
Yeah, man. Why not 3 or 4? Or
Miles says, Did you hear how BitChute got deplatformed today? Yeah, I just read something about that right before I got on. Did they get they got deplatformed from their web provider? Am I correct on that? So their actual website went down?
I don't know. I don't know about
I know PayPal recently revoked a bunch of rights to some of those sites.
PayPal's been revoking money to a lot of fucking people, unfortunately.
Let's go to bitchute.com real quick.
Let's check
see what
it out.
happens. Loading up bitchute.com. It's up right now.
It's up.
But maybe they got a backup.
Maybe.
But the point is they're trying.
They're trying to take down anybody.
To get rid of it. BitChute is one of the main alternatives to YouTube right now. With I think DLive is probably another big one as well, but BitChute is probably the biggest one for video hosting. Band.tv is also really big. The videos actually get a lot of views on there.
Oh, I know.
Alex Jones was on Joe Rogan recently with Tim Dillon, which if you guys haven't seen it was pretty good. Tim Dillon is one of my favorite comics right now. Alex Jones is just
I like Alex
one of the
Jones.
most entertaining humans on earth.
He is. He's super entertaining.
Whether you want to believe what he says or not.
The fifth dimensional aliens
that
are coming and molesting us.
He's a hilarious, entertaining guy.
He is.
He went on there. He mentioned how he's getting millions of views on Band.tv. So I went to take a look, and if they're unless they're fudging their numbers, they are getting that many views on videos that get released, like 2-day-old videos, 1 million views.
Yeah.
Which is really good news because that's the argument that all the YouTubers want to use when you tell them that they should move to a different platform. Is that I'm not gonna have an audience. I'm not gonna get any views.
No, you're gonna have views. Especially since a lot of people are going away from YouTube because they're recognizing that YouTube are like a bunch of overlords that only want to monetize and give prowess to people that follow the agenda. And that's not fair. That's not fair to anybody. For people who don't want to follow the mainstream media. I mean, honestly, what happened with YouTube is the mainstream media got in on it and all the monetization. Google got it, and they ruined it. So now it's up to the alternative sites to pick up the slack and carry the load for all of the alternate people, and unfortunately,
the more people you ban, you're going to just grow this other alternative community, which is literally what the name Band.tv is.
All of the people who have been banned on everything else, they can go to Band.
And Band.tv isn't even an open platform. It's specific to, I think, Owen Benjamin, a couple other guys, Alex Jones, and who was the guy that does Alex Jones' show with him?
Owen Schroyer.
Owen Schroyer.
I love him.
It's it's a closed community, but they still get a lot of views.
Yeah. pretty sure. I think Caitlin Bennett's on Band.tv as well.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I mean, she has stuff on YouTube. Her channel on YouTube hasn't been taken down yet. But, I mean, she's on that cusp.
So Dave says the owner of BitChute was on Styx's channel saying how they were scrambling to get the person on the phone to get it back up. So were they actually deplatformed, or was it like a technical issue?
Yeah.
I'd like to know the story on that, because I think we can always jump to the conclusion that if something happens, like, you know, someone's Twitter goes down or whatever it is, it's malice.
Yeah.
We always jump to the malice.
It's always like hacked or malice or something.
But working in IT and cybersecurity,
you're like, it's not hacked.
For working, for like 15 years, I can tell you that a lot of times it's not intentional.
Doug says, I wore my Space Force t-shirt I just bought today when I voted. I have a Space Force t-shirt too. I bought that from a lesbian Trump supporter. She has like a bunch of merch on her shop. So when COVID hit, I, had a little bit of money to spend, so I was like, I'll support my fellow lesbian Trump supporter and give her, a few of my bucks for some cool merch. That's where I bought this shirt too. This shirt is one of her. This one is one of hers as well. It's the red pill. People think that it's like for drugs.
Oh, that's what that is, the red pill.
Mm-hmm.
I just got that.
Yeah, it's the taking the red pill. Yeah,
that's awesome.
People think that it's for like ecstasy, and I'm like, I mean, it could be, but I think of it. It's a total political statement, but it's like a subtle political statement.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna know unless you've already taken the red pill.
Unless you've already taken the red pill and you actually notice that it's a red pill, this is a little red pill here. Unless you actually notice, people usually don't fucking notice though. So.
Dave says they sent an email giving them 5 minutes to notice and then shut it off. Wow, that's nice. I think we should take a glance at the map.
Oh, the election map?
For the first time.
Yeah, let's check it out, yo.
Let me pull this up over here. Now, this is, like I said, it's going to be the first time that I've looked at this at all so far. It's going to be interesting.
Joe is up, it looks like.
Let me get this on the OBS. Let's do a...
Hold on. Patience, folks. Patience.
Yeah, remember that technical difficulty stuff I was telling you about?
Well, I mean, we're just doing it in live view for all of you guys to see. So
pull it up so we can share.
Yeah, we want to show you guys what we're seeing.
Even though you could just go to Google.
You could go to Google, but we want to be nice, right?
You have one less tab open.
One less tab. Show you guys what we're going to look at on our screen.
So currently 131 to 108.
Okay, Biden's up, but they haven't even counted. Let's see.
Wisconsin is red and Michigan is red. Interesting.
Minnesota
is also red.
Minnesota's predicted to be blue, and Montana's predicted to be blue? No. Come on now. Come on, man.
So, okay, 842. It's only 47% reporting.
Okay, what about Montana? I mean, Montana, I feel like it's more Trump, but maybe I'm just...
Show all states. Trump's up a little bit in Wisconsin with 52% reporting. 40% reporting. He's got, what's that, a 30% lead? No. 1.2 million versus 9 million. Or 10 million votes.
Trump's...
Colorado's...
I knew
Joe.
Colorado was going to be Joe.
We knew those are both going to go blue, right?
I predicted that. I said Washington, California, Oregon, New Mexico, Colorado, Illinois, and I also predicted like New York and a couple other East Coast states to be...
Trump got Florida, which he needed.
Yeah, he needed Florida. What about Pennsylvania?
91% reporting there.
Pennsylvania, he got...
Pennsylvania is a dominating lead at 42% reporting.
Okay.
Arizona was an interesting one to watch. I think 73% reporting. Man, is it really that blue?
Come on, Arizona, don't let me down. They had like a 90-mile Trump train going on in Arizona. So how is it going blue? I don't get it. Whatever.
Yeah, no, he did a bunch of rallies in Arizona. It was one of the spots that he definitely looked at quite a bit. But
he looked at quite a bit.
He was focusing more on like Pennsylvania, which is looking like it was...
it's going to be him.
This was probably mostly the Biden saying that they're going to get rid of the fracking and transition off of oil. You
Yeah,
know?
when they did that debate, and he straight up said, like, we're not gonna do fracking anymore. We're not gonna depend on oil. I'm sorry, but that's most of the industry in Pennsylvania. So you can't tell people in Pennsylvania that we're gonna take away those jobs.
Interesting. Interesting.
This is an
map.
interesting map. Yeah.
Looking good so far. Nothing too surprising for me on that.
I mean, Trump's behind, but I mean the polls aren't done
It's
yet,
still,
yo.
I mean, they were still looking at like 40 to 70% reporting on a lot of those. So
Yeah, that's
we'll pop it up in a little bit later.
we're gonna
and
check
see
it out a
what's
little
going
bit
on.
later and see what's up. I mean, I think he's gonna win. I mean, I hope he wins, but if he doesn't, it's fine. It's fine if he doesn't win. Like, I'll survive.
You're not gonna cry.
I'm not gonna cry. Maybe I'll cry a little.
Florida will go red, says Sir Bader. Welcome to the chat, Sir
What's up, Bader? Sir Bader.
Douglas, Arizona's early.
Like
Trump will
Terminator?
overtake as more comes in. I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen in Arizona. Yep. Pennsylvania is going to go red as well. Looks like it. Yep.
Well,
Biden was up early in North Carolina, Texas, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. See, I think that was the mail-in ballot effect.
yeah.
So they counted those off the bat. They're like, gives a front-loaded lead to Biden, and then as the rest of the votes come in.
Unless you got like mail-in. I mean, yeah. I was gonna say unless you have mail-in voters like me, but I didn't do mail-in. I did have my mail-in ballot, and I just brought it to the polling place and like stuck it in the machine.
Addicted, what up? Welcome to the chat, buddy.
What's up, Addicted? Haven't talked to you in like a week, bro. Over a week because Jeremy was gone, so we couldn't stream last
I was out
week.
scouting out Texas for a week.
I know, you lucky dog. You lucky dog. Next time you're taking me with you for sure.
Let me uncensor these messages from Doug on here because YouTube was trying to censor him. Wouldn't let them go through.
Of course not. The YouTube overlords don't like us.
Oh, we got a question here from Arian Rotha.
Okay.
It says red pill, isn't that going against feminism, not really left-wing politics?
I mean,
So what's your view on the red pill? Since you're wearing this shirt,
okay.
tell me what the red pill means to you.
I mean, for me, it's Trump. It's not even, or just the idea of like certain conservative values. Not saying like I'm anti-gay or anything like that, because I am hella gay. But for me, even though I am hella gay, it's just embracing the idea of like family, country, and God. And for a lot of people, that's like,
So the red pill, the analogy from the Matrix is that you're waking up to reality.
yeah, exactly.
So what are you waking? You're waking. So the family and all that and God is waking up from what?
From this dystopian future that we live in, where there is no God, there is no there's no family, there's none of that shit, and for a lot of people, that's the reality they live in. Like, I've interacted with people who are living in the Matrix. They think that this country is horrible, that women have no rights, that women aren't, capable of doing anything. And for the red pill people like myself, we're like, no, like, are you serious? Like, you're totally capable. You're totally worthy. It doesn't matter what your skin color is or what your gender is, no matter even if you are a transgender, even though I'm not a transgender person, but I just think that there are certain inherent rights that we all have, and that's what the beauty of being American. That's the red pill. Like, just embrace the idea that, like, in America you can be whatever you want to be, even if you are a fucking weirdo, as long as you have like these base core values to yourself of like country, God, and family. Like, come on, man. That's
Interesting.
That's the red pill to me. I mean, it's different for everybody. And then
Yeah.
there's the black pill.
I think that's the question that he was getting at, was that the red pill, he's looking at it from, the red pill's used in different contexts. To me, the red pill definitely has more to do with like feminism, gender dynamics. Whereas it could be also used in a political sense. It could be used really in any sense where you're trying to like wake people up. But I think the original usage in outside of the Matrix, where it was really popularized, was in like the dating and feminism and gender dynamics scene.
Of course, because they were popping ecstasy and all that shit back then. So they're all like, oh yeah, we're all just one. Like, just touch each other. It's all good. But it's like, no, I don't want you to touch me. One thing you got to know about me is I don't subscribe myself to like the feminist ideology. If anything, think feminism has like done a disservice, especially this modern wave of feminism has done a disservice to like true feminists. Like feminists back in the day.
It's a true feminist.
It's hard to say because they've just convoluted it so much. But back in the day, women were really like oppressed. Like they weren't allowed to be on birth control without their husband's consent. They weren't allowed to have bank accounts without their husband's consent. But nowadays, women are just as free and capable to do whatever the hell they want that men are. But modern day feminism, that's not good enough. You know, it's not good enough. That's why I'm like, I don't subscribe myself to the feminist ideology nowadays. I'm like, no, if anything, I'm more of a men's rights activist.
Well, I probably wouldn't be hanging out with you if you were a feminist.
I know, I'm not a feminist. Like, I'm more of a men's rights activist because I've educated myself and like learned about the injustices that happen to men more often than they do to women. Women actually have a greater leg up in a lot of things that men don't, and they don't even realize it. They don't even realize their potential. That's what's depressing. All these women, they talk about like wanting equality, but they go to school for gender studies and all this bullshit. Whereas I try to encourage women. I'm like, if you want to make as much money as men and have like that money equality that you're seeking, don't go to school for gender studies or like any of that crap. Go get your like education in, you know, construction management or engineering or science or something like that, because that's what's really going to, you know, propel you. Because I've known business owners that would rather hire women if women came through the door and wanted to do the shit that they're asking them to do, but because no women walk through the door, they can't hire them. Because women don't want to do HVAC. Women don't want to do welding.
I would say you are worthy of wearing the red pill shirt.
I kind of am. Like, I mean,
because that's a good explanation, I think.
I mean, it's just women are, like I've been saying, women are just as capable of all of these things that we've been saying we want to do, but we're being led by all of these just idiotic, just stupid women that don't know what the hell they're talking about. They claim that they're oppressed, but they're not. They're really not. It's like you can make as much money as men if you really put your mind to it, but you don't want to be crawling in tiny holes and, you know, digging ditches and...
Whoa, you're saying there's biological differences between male and women? Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
That's a whole red pill in of itself.
But, you know, the thing is, like, there are biological differences, but women can make up for it in a lot of different ways. Like, I could totally, like, crawl into tiny spaces and do the jobs that men can do, but because men are so big, I could do a better job, but I just don't want to do that. You know, men, you guys are better at, like, dealing with the elements than women. Women, we're just little fragile things.
I think you're sexist.
I'm totally sexist. We're fragile little things. We really are.
Let's go to the chat for on the ground report of what's happening in the TYT chat. TYT chat reports coming in here. Addicted Drum says TYT chat is hilarious. M. Frankenstein says he came from TYT chat too. Sounds good. Dave says I just put up TYT chat channel and boy is it a meltdown. Sounds like a party over there.
No, we're gonna have a party right here. Our party's way cooler, way more attractive, let me just say. All TYT has in their favor is Anna Kasparian, and even her, she's not...
She's attractive until she talks.
Yeah, she's attractive until she opens her mouth, and then...
And she's only got a few years left, so it's... What?
I mean, that's just a biological difference between men and women, too.
The wall is undefeated.
Wall's going up. The wall's going up.
Let's see. Sir Bader dropped something in chat that has sounded pretty good here. Let's see what he said. Nobody
is perfect.
Somebody was. Okay, it sounded like he had a hot take that I want to respond to. TYT Meltdown was funny. Live chat is hilarious. THX, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat.
Welcome to the chat.
Glad to see you guys. She paid some good money for those tatas. That TYT money. You know, that YouTube endorsement money.
That YouTube...
Where YouTube blesses everything you do.
YouTube blesses everything you do.
YouTube blesses you to spread emotional propaganda and your psychologically pathologized meltdowns, literally exhibiting behaviors that are attributed to mental illness, anxiety, and, you know, like terribly I can't even go down that rabbit hole.
yeah.
They're conditioning people to be mentally ill.
I
That
know.
channel is conditioning people to be mentally ill.
It's true. Yeah.
And they have what, 5 million subscribers?
They have so many damn subscribers. It's so sad. I've talked to people who are
Endorsed by YouTube.
I talk to people who like listen to only TYT, and they are the biggest freaking idiots that I've ever met in my life. They are so stupid. It's sad. It's just sad at this point.
Arian says, Delaney, you're hotter than Anna Kasparian.
Oh, I am?
And Jeremy, you not so much, but you better looking than Cenk. Hey!
You are way better looking than Chang.
I'll take that.
We'll take that. We'll take compliments any day of the week. I mean...
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. We're just going to spend the night making fun of TYT and all Rachel Maddow and all of these leftist retards for all of their stupid shit. Sorry, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. It's just uneducated drivel.
Let's go to the ground, on the ground reporting from Douglas Masters. We've got a breaking news report. A spokesperson for Philadelphia elections says the city will announce another round of mail-in ballot results between 12 and 1 a.m.
Oh.
As of 10 p.m. on November 3rd, about 76,000 mail-in ballots has been processed out of some 437,000 requested. See? We knew this was going to happen. And this is the fun part about the election. Watching all the stuff change over time, that's all right. But the narratives and the stories that come up with all the BS about how it's going to be rigged and the mail-ins and all that kind of stuff and what they're going to do to extend it and change the rules of the game. That's going to be
in their
interesting.
favor.
That's the interesting part. And we're starting to see that now.
I mean, it might happen. It might, but I really hope that our electoral college will just be like, no, bitch. Trump won. It's happening, whether you guys like it or not. And guess what? Next year, you can't elect him again. So you better come up with, or not next year, but next election cycle, y'all better come up with somebody better than motherfucking Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That's what the Democrats lacked when they lost in 2016, in my opinion. Instead of trying to nominate somebody who is likable on all fronts, and fits their narrative of diversity, they went with Joe Biden.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I was saying on the last stream we had. I said Joe Biden's not a real candidate.
He's not the real
He's not a real candidate. He's just the establishment crony that they shoved in there. Hey, this guy was due for the promotion for 47 years,
this guy has
so we
been
kind of have to
in
give it to him.
office for 40 plus years.
Kind of have to give it to him first.
He was the vice president for the first black president. So you guys got to give him some kind of credit, and he's not racist, because how would a racist be the vice president for the first black president of the United States of America?
Tulsi was the obvious choice, says Addicted.
I said Tulsi was the obvious choice as well. I didn't mind Tulsi as a Democratic nominee because, she fit the diversity category really well. And also, too,
too much of an outsider.
She's too much of an unknown.
She appealed to people on both sides.
She did.
But she was too much of an outsider, so can't do it.
Yeah, she was too much of a centrist to be a Democrat.
Oh, yeah. You're an Assad toady.
Yeah, for real. And if you're too much of a centrist, you're not capable of being a Democrat. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? I'm sorry.
To your point, they had 4 years to revise their strategy,
and they didn't do it.
Present a better plan and present a better candidate. And they spent 0% of their energy doing that. They spent 100% of their energy crying about Russia, crying about Trump and Ukraine, impeachment, all this other garbage.
Just trash.
And then it's what do you expect? And then you put up this guy who's literally decaying
in front of us as we speak
against Trump, which this is a line that I stole from Scott Adams, by the way, so this isn't original, but you're putting Biden up against the most energetic, FU president that we've ever had in history. Do you think they're going to ever stop after this election and see, maybe that wasn't such a good idea?
Maybe that wasn't so smart. No, they won't, because that's the thing about the Democrats. They won't do that shit.
What's going to be the story that they pivot to?
It's going to be Russia or Iran or...
Iran sent Proud Boy emails.
Yeah, Iran sent Proud Boy emails, so that's how Trump won it. But they only sent the emails to people in Florida. That's it. Because, Florida's the only state that fucking matters. Florida's the only state that matters in this election. Not any of the other states. They could have sent it to everybody, but they only sent it to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent it to people.
Well, they probably only had access to it because they stole the voter registration information from Florida.
Well, yeah,
that's probably all they had.
Well, because Florida is easy to get shit from. That's the thing. Florida is one of those states where they allow like information to just flow freely to the public.
I'm on board with what chat's saying, and it goes along with what I was saying in the last stream. Biden's not a real candidate.
He's not.
Biden is the fall guy.
He is.
They're sending him in there to lose, and then they don't want to waste any other good young candidates, which Tulsi is not one of.
No, she's not.
Still doesn't fit the bill. What we're talking
For some
about.
reason.
We're talking about the other ones.
Yeah.
And she was.
Buttigieg. Buddapeg.
Proud Boys stand by and stand back.
I mean, if it was Trump versus like Buttigieg or one of the other guys, this would have been more interesting. But because it's against Biden, it's like this is not.
Well, I don't know. If we didn't have any Biden, then we wouldn't have any true international depression. or bandana cancer care coverage. Bad cancer care coverage. I never even knew that I was supposed to care about bandana cancer care coverage, but now I do.
Now you do.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Didn't even know that existed until just recently.
Yes, Sir Bader's on the right track, and that's the question that I want to know. That's the most interesting question right now: is how are they going to pivot off of the loss? What is coming that they will blame on Trump? It was Russia already. They tried Russia like 3 times.
That didn't work.
So
that was proven to be false multiple times.
I will say that it's a high likelihood of being some kind of cyber-based false flag because you don't have to prove that anything cyber happened.
Yeah, it's true.
You could just say our servers were hacked,
even though they weren't.
And there is evidence that you could provide for that, but they didn't. CrowdStrike didn't provide that. They could use that one again. The voting fraud stuff, mail ballots. That's what I think is going to be something like that.
They're just going to be sore losers. Really, that's what it's going to boil down to. And then in 2024, when we do this whole thing again, and they don't learn their lesson. That's the thing that I don't respect about the Democrats. They don't learn their lesson.
No.
They don't.
They're stubborn.
They're super stubborn.
They're like children.
They are like children.
Who are throwing a permanent temper tantrum so they never have to acknowledge what they did wrong in the first place.
After 2012, when the Republicans lost with Mitt Romney, the Republicans revamped their whole everything. They were like, okay, maybe we should be like less hating on the gays, less this, less this, less this. Who are we going to nominate to represent us? Donald Trump.
And look what happened.
Look at what happened. And he's going to win again. I'm telling y'all. Like, I'm telling y'all. I can't, like...
Our city's on fire because all the poor boys are fighting.
All them poor boys. I mean, they are the poor boys. That's what we need to call. We need to rename Antifa the poor boys because most of them are poor.
Yes, and Dave brings up another good quote from Biden. He says, "We've got the best voter fraud operation ever."
What?
Yep. No,
he said that?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I saw a Thomas Sowell quote, apparently. Thomas Sowell, I didn't even know he was still doing commentary, but he came out and said apparently that we probably won't come back from a Biden win.
We won't.
I don't know. If Thomas Sowell's saying that, then I'm inclined to believe it.
I'm inclined to believe it, too. Not just because he's black, but because he's smart.
No, yeah, he's a genius.
He's super smart. It's not that he's like... I mean, he is book smart, but he's also very just people smart. He's very just in tune with how people think. That's just my take on him. I've seen a lot of his stuff. I've seen his videos. I've looked at his quotes. I've read some of his stuff. He's very just intelligent,
I wish he was in the public space more, but he's kind of quiet these days.
Well, he is quiet because they quiet him. You know, just like him and like Larry
Well,
Elder.
I think he's legitimately quiet though. He's not. He doesn't have like a podcast that they're silencing.
No,
or anything like that.
he's not like in the public sphere.
He's old. He's done his work.
He's like, I've been saying the same shit for 40
he doesn't
years.
need to say anything else. It's all in the books. You just got to read the books.
I've been saying the same goddamn shit for 40 years and nobody's paid attention.
That's pretty much it.
It's the same thing with that guy.
It's like, oh, look at this black economist over here that everyone thinks is super smart, but then everyone on the left's like, no, he's not saying what we want to hear.
Yeah, he's not saying what we want to hear, even though what he's saying is true. Same thing with what's his name, Edward Griffin. He's just been reiterating like just books from like the 1950s about communism and what the communists do to infiltrate societies, and everything that has been going on. He predicted back in like the 1960s. So I'm just like, yo, like they've been saying this shit for a while, but y'all are just not educated on history.
That's the thing. I don't think anything we're seeing is anything new.
It's not. It's really not.
I mean, you look at the sexual degeneracy,
right?
The downfall of civilizations. That's happened before.
Those sexual degenerates like me.
Them
gays.
The destruction of objectivity. You know, the tendency for equality over meritocracy. Nothing we're looking at has ever been. It's new, really.
Yeah, it's just amplified now because we just have so much technology and like we have like this insane ability to interconnect with each other just through like little devices, and that's what has amplified it and made it just far greater than it really is, in my opinion.
That's why it spread so fast in 10 years.
It did, seriously. I remember, I
10 years ago, there was no talk about LGBT or any of that kind of stuff.
I mean, there was. I mean, when I was in school, in high school.
In 2020? Or, 2010?
Yeah, that's
okay, 2018 is where it started. Sorry, 20.
I graduated in 2010. I graduated in 2010, and we were talking about gay stuff. Well, we weren't talking about like we weren't like talking about like gay sexual stuff, but we were talking in like history sense about like Stonewall and about like those.
But that's what I mean. It was still in the school.
Yeah.
It was still in the incubation period.
Yeah, it was. Now,
like 2010, 2012 is when it really started.
That's when it really started branching out. I graduated in 2010, so I kind of skipped out on my school teaching me about gay stuff. Because when I was in school and we did like sexual education, they didn't teach us about gay stuff. It was just like, hey, birth control, condom, this, that, you know, the anatomical stuff. But now they're teaching kids about, you know, about blood play and all this weird shit. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What is, like, why are you teaching children about this garbage? We don't need all this.
Right.
Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
It's bad.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Would you actually believe if they claimed Biden won? Who's they? Biden said he would accept it if the media said that he won.
Well,
so
of
basically,
course he's gonna accept
I think Biden is waiting for like CNN or Rachel Maddow to say that Biden's the winner, and then he's gonna be like, "Look, because of my policy on bandana care coverage, CNN's declaring me the winner."
Oh my God! I mean, honestly, I wouldn't trust any of the mainstream news organizations nowadays to give me fair coverage of what's going on. That's why we have you guys in chat to let us know. People on the ground from all across the country. Where are y'all from? Let us know. What did your state go for? I mean, California, we know what California's going to go for. California's a easy one.
We don't want to talk about it.
But we don't want to talk about it because F Joe.
I'm curious what the ratio is, though.
I'm curious what the ratio is as well.
Oh, 14% reporting. So those numbers don't really matter yet.
It doesn't until it's like completely closed. But come on, Trump. Come on, baby.
A lot of mail-in ballots there. Addicted with the $5 super chat. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. He says,
drums. We love you, buddy, for that $5 super chat.
Keep it up.
Keep it up, man. Come on, man. We love it.
We will do that, sir.
Keep it up. We'll keep it up for you, Addicted to Drums. We love you.
California, that's right.
That's where we're at, California. I'm born and raised here in California. I love it to death, unfortunately. don't really want to leave, but he's been talking all kinds of game about Texas and.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Outside of just moving to like something like Texas, would you ever consider leaving the country? Like all these celebs who say, if Trump wins,
No.
I'm leaving the country.
No.
Even if you get taxed at 70% and you have to pay for little Timmy getting a stomach pump because he ate a Tide Pod.
No.
You have to pay for illegal alien health care.
Anywhere else, it's going to probably be the same at this point. So,
really?
Yes. Well, I mean, if you look at like our nearest neighbor, like third world neighbor, Canada. Mm-hmm. We're kind of trying to mimic what Canada does, and I wouldn't want to spend all kinds of money to become fucking Canadian. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. And like, or if I wanted to like travel like across into Europe is the same shit. Like, it's no better. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you can tax me all you want.
There's a lot more countries out there than Europe and Canada.
That's true, but I wouldn't want to move to like the Middle East or Asia or Africa. Like, I'm sorry, no thank you. Maybe if I could, and it wouldn't cost me a butt ton of money to immigrate, I would maybe go to like some Asian country. Maybe like.
There you go.
Maybe like Thailand.
There you go. See, now you're getting creative.
Maybe like Thailand or I mean, I just don't know.
You could live like a king off of a U.S. salary.
That's true.
Like that.
In Thailand,
So
you could live. You could live.
I'm trying to plant the seed in your head.
You want me to move to Asia?
There are options. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, but the thing about Thailand is they're not. I mean, they're great and all, but they're not all that in a bag of chips either. So I mean, it comes with its downside.
The point is, this country's not going to be either.
That's true.
That's the narrative behind
I
why
just
want to
believe it. I believe in it so hard. I just want to believe.
You're a true romantic.
I'm a true
romantic.
American. I can't help it.
Hopeless romantic. The Frail Jew.
The Frail Jew? Did he do a super chat?
A $20 super chat. Dropping
us some bucks. I appreciate you.
a hot orange super chat.
Hot orange. Damn.
I love it. You says, you demand, Jeremy. Thank you.
Jeremy is demand.
Appreciate that.
I'm nothing in comparison to this man.
Well, I'm nothing without you guys. So
yeah, I mean, we're nothing without y'all.
We're only here for you guys.
Yeah, we're here for you guys. We love you. Appreciate all the super chats, all the love, all the chat. We love it. We appreciate it.
The Frail Jew. I'm just gonna call him the Frail Jew. I don't know. Are you really that frail though? Are you got like some kind of autoimmune disorder or what's going on with that? I just want to call you the Jew. I'm gonna call him the Jew.
Call him the Jew, not the frail Jew.
Everyone's gonna know.
The Jew.
The beefy, super strong Jew.
Then what's his face? Aryan, Ratha, Delaney, Bermuda, Bahamas, Southern Spain, all better place. I'm not really.
See, there's options. There's options.
I mean.
But you're willing to go down with a ship though? Like if it gets that bad?
I am. I'll go down with this ship.
See, well, so you're okay. Well, all right, that's all right.
I'm sorry. I've been to the Bahamas. The Bahamas is not. They're not industrialized like America is. Mm-hmm. They live off of like
straw huts and stuff.
Yeah, I've been to the like.
I've
yeah,
never been there, so I'm just talking smack.
They do have resorts and shit, but if you go away from the resorts and you go into their like little towns or their little like communities, it's not. It's not much better.
But do you need that? Do you need industrialization to be happy?
I don't need it to be happy. That's true. You don't need industrialization to be happy. But
you need your iPhones and your high-speed internet and all that. Your
you can get
Twitter,
iPhones and high-speed
Instagram.
Shut up. I'm just so American. I'm
trying to open your mind up a little bit.
I mean, you want to go to like one of the high-tech jungles of on this planet. So
yeah.
What are you talking about? You need all that shit too.
Well, this is a question for you from Sir Bader.
Okay.
It's not directed at you, but I'm going to direct it towards you since you're the local LGBT.
Since I'm the local gay.
What's making everyone gay these days? Tolerance plus plastic bottles? Something is spiking those numbers.
I think it's honestly a fad, like the whole. So I don't say LGBTQ because the Q is supposed to stand for queer, and queer means it's like the umbrella term. So it's like you're not bi or gay or lesbian or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you could identify as queer. But to me, queer, it's like saying LGBT again, over again. So I think it's just honestly a fad. People are like, well, I'm accepting of the gays, so I might as well like indulge or try out the gay lifestyle or indulge and try out what it means to date somebody who is in the LGBT.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think these people are really like lesbians or gays. I think it's just a fad. Just like it is with like the transgender kids surge. Like these kids are coming out as transgender, but I don't think it's really that they're transgender. I just think they're learning about what transgender is, and they go, these little girls and these little boys go, well, I want to wear the opposite sex clothing, and I don't want to identify as a boy or a girl, so I'm going to identify as transgender. But it's like, you're not really transgender. Like, you're a child. You don't really know what you mean. Same thing with adults. Like, they're just, I accept it, so because I accept it, I should indulge in it. And it's like, you don't have to. Like, it's fine to be straight. Like, I'll still love you and accept you whether you're straight or gay or whatever it is. But to sit there and be like, well, I'm queer. I'm
There
like,
you go.
just like, you're
It's a pretty good answer, I think. It's a fad.
it is a fad. It's totally a fad. But for people like me, I'm not a fad. Like, I don't have any desire to be with a man. Like, not like that. Not like that.
I would have said pretty much the same answer. I would have said that
It's a total
largely
fad. It's a total, like, it is a...
Trans-trenders.
The trans-trenders. It's a gay trender. Or, you know...
I can't say it, though. So.
I know, you can't say it. I can say it. Because I'm the gay. I'm the local gay. I'm the local degenerate here.
Delaney, you don't need to work to live off your rich wife.
Hey, I want a rich wife. I'm trying to find a rich wife. But, you know, all the rich wives prospects that I have end up being crazy. I can't help it.
We got an on-the-ground report update from Douglas Masters for the results in Ohio. He says they called Ohio for Trump. He's just under 400,000 votes.
Hell yeah.
In Ohio.
Trump 2020, Ohio.
So he's got Florida and Ohio.
Okay.
That is...
Do a refresh on this map so we can see.
I think this is a live refresh. I think Google's a little bit behind.
Yeah, probably.
Google's still showing 209 Biden, 118 Trump, with Ohio, Florida, and Pennsylvania undecided, but leaning red. But now they are showing 94% reporting Ohio for Trump, who's up like 8%.
That's good. I can't believe Minnesota is shading blue. No, Minnesota, don't let me down.
Is TYT meltdown? We getting any good meltdown reports out there?
Let's see
Other chance?
We love the meltdowns.
Tell us. We got to look at what meltdowns to watch for when we're done. Because,
yeah, when we're done here and we go home, well, when I go home, because he's already home, when I go home, I can go and look at the meltdowns that are going to just incur. But they're not gonna clip up that stuff for us. So I can't wait to just see it for myself.
Iowa leaning red, says Dave.
Good. I mean, they should.
He also says he thinks it's going to be low information voters versus high information voters. If you don't see both sides of the equation, then you can't make a true assessment. I think there's actually studies that show, I can't cite the name of the study itself right now off the top of my head, but there are studies that show that right-wing people are more open to both sides.
It's true.
They view more media outlets that are on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
They look at both angles of the story, things like that, whereas the leftists, not so much.
They consume only leftist propaganda.
Yeah, they only consume leftist stuff, which, you know, will lead you down a predictable path.
Said, I'm pro-LGB, but not sure if I can go with the T in LGBT these days. I'm kind of on the same boat. Like, I've heard a lot of gays say LGB, not T, just because the T's got their own crap to deal with that have nothing to do with the lesbians and the gays and the bisexuals. The T's are in their own little category. Mm-hmm. And I've heard people drop the T. I drop the Q.
Any kind of weird sexual shit just gets added on to the acronym.
It is true. Like, well, nowadays it's LGBTQIA plus XYZ, you know, LMNOP. I'm just not about that. Like, what happened to good old-fashioned just lesbians, gays, and bisexuals? And then every once in a while, a tranny here and there.
Later, Miles. Thanks for dropping by, buddy.
Miles, we love you. Thank you for stopping by. come by again for the next stream. We love you. We'll have you.
Is Google bad at math, or am I missing something? Texas says Trump 51.6% and Biden 47. That makes 1.4 missing. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. I've heard just some, like, from people that I've talked to on social media from all the states. There's just some weird shit going on. Like,
Joe Jorgensen's making a comeback. That's what that is.
well, it's not even that. So in Pennsylvania, I saw somebody took a picture of their ballot.
It's Kanye.
No, it's not even Kanye. There's on the Pennsylvania ballot, and I think in New York as well, Trump's name is on the ballot twice. It says Republican nominee or Republican candidate Donald J. Trump, Michael R. Pence, and then like one line down, there's like another line in between it, and then another line down it says for the Conservative Party, Donald Trump, Michael R. Pence. So it's like, which one do you fill in if you
Both of them.
Right? That's what I would.
Every word
do.
says Trump on
but
there.
They're doing the same thing for Biden and Harris. But the thing about it is with Biden and Harris, and one of their boxes it says, Freedom and Family Party, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and then Democrat Party, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. So it's just super confusing and weird. Like, there's just some weird stuff going on, like with the ballots.
Oh God.
Oh no! You broke it. Nope. Stick it right in.
Too much upward pressure, not enough outward pressure.
It's just some weird stuff going on with the ballots in like New York, Pennsylvania, all of these swing states. So we'll see. I mean, Trump's been winning them swing states, so.
It's been looking okay so far. Anthony brings up a good point, though. He says, I don't know why the 2A isn't the biggest issue right now, because gun sales are through the roof, which they were.
Yep.
After all the riots happened, George Floyd and all that stuff, people were like, oh my God, I need guns.
Yep.
They went out and bought everything, all the ammo, all the guns gone, everything. And then Biden says he wants to take away the guns.
Yeah, and then defund the police.
But he says assault rifles. But he has no idea. Assault rifles are already banned.
He doesn't even know what assault rifle means.
We can't even get the basic definitions down. You want to ban something that you can't define?
Well, they say assault weapons, but they don't even know what assault weapon means.
Assault weapon, yeah.
But the thing is, like, technically a knife is an assault weapon. A bat it can be an assault weapon.
My forehead is an assault weapon.
My fists are an assault weapon. You gonna ban fists?
Ban my forehead.
Gonna ban
my 5 head.
You don't have a 5 head. You've got a handsome
I wish I had a
head.
5 head because I could do more headbutting with it. Dave with a $5 super chat.
Dave.
This one's for you, Delaney.
Oh yeah.
Let me scroll down on the chat so you can read it here.
Says, just for the smile, Delaney, smart, svelte, sweet.
I'm not sure what that second word is, but
I don't know what that second word is, but I'll take it, Dave, with the super chat. $5 super chat. Love it. I am pretty sweet and smart. I don't
Thanks,
know about
buddy.
svelte. Maybe he'll tell us what he meant later on. Appreciate it. We always love the super chats, no matter who it comes from. We love it. Appreciate it.
by all metrics, I should have been a hardcore leftist, but I got married, had a kid, and now realize I was working against my own prosperity.
Right?
I think I was on that path as well for a while.
I mean, I was on that path too. I was, when I first voted in 2016, I registered as a Democrat because I drank that Bernie Kool-Aid and I was like, yeah, I want free college. Yeah, I want free healthcare. But once I talked to some of the smart folk in my life, my mom and my dad and my uncle and a lot of people who, you know, are part of the system, they pay taxes, all that stuff. They all just kind of pointed out to me, like, who's gonna pay for all that? You know, healthcare is not cheap. College isn't cheap. Like, the government's already pretty involved in both aspects of those things.
You had one ingredient that's critical.
Those people
that's missing from everyone else, though, and that's the ability to think critically.
Okay.
Because you were actually able to see those other variables and then add them into the equations that you were chugging through in your head. You know what I mean? Most people can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. So
you got lucky.
I did get lucky. I had people in my life to be like, yeah, well, I mean, those are great. Those are noble things. Of course, we want college to be affordable or free, or healthcare to be affordable or free, but involving the government into those things has proven to not work. And once I looked into those things, I was like, yeah, they're actually right. Holy shit, people in my life are actually correct on this.
You're savable. You're one of the few that has that.
Well, I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not.
Oh.
I trust the people that I trust my family and friends that I feel are smart people. And I think what's different is like the people who I think are smart in my life are actually really smart. Unfortunately, like a lot of other people in my life that I know who are total leftists, they're surrounded by people who just aren't smart.
It's true.
They're just not smart. They're
Yep.
just not. Some of the smartest people I know, they're all for Trump. It's not like they like him because he's the most eloquent or
Because they're all white supremacists.
no, it's because they're all business owners and they all are multimillionaires.
Yeah.
And they don't want to give most of their money to the government for no goddamn reason. Dave says Svelte is slender and elegant. Oh, I love that. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I am slender and elegant. Thank you.
Will says, does this feel like 2016 or am I drinking too much? Will, you are not drinking too much.
You're
I
not
just
drinking
glanced
too
at the swing state numbers, and it's definitely got that 2016 feel again.
Kinda. I mean, Hillary was leading for a while there.
If you go to Google, they have separate all the swing states out. Mm-hmm. There's like 10 of them. Mm-hmm. Only 2 of them are blue. So
Trump 2020, baby.
yeah, it's looking like 2016 deja vu. But I think we've been calling the deja vu thing for a while, right?
We've been calling it for a while. I've been saying it for a while. I mean, like I said earlier in the stream, my dad called me the other day and was like, "Who do you think's going to win? What's the news? What's going on?" And I said, "Well, the polls have been saying Biden's going to win, but I don't think he's going to win because they said the same exact thing for Hillary in 2016, and look at where look what happened with that."
I wonder if Predicted is up and running right now because I want to see what their numbers look like. Their website was down when I tried to access it earlier. Yeah. You try to load Predicted.
It's down?
Its service is unavailable. So many people are trying to get on there.
Because
they're probably trying to sell their Biden shares.
They probably are. I feel bad for anybody that put money on Biden.
So I put 400 on Trump on Predicted, and I probably won't be able to see the result for a while because the site's been down for some time now.
Yeah, MA, she said, "Don't worry, Delaney, Trump's got this." I know he's got this, MA. What's up, MA? We missed you. Well, I think you came in the last stream, but the stream before that you weren't here, but...
She's keeping track.
I am.
She's got a list of who joined the stream today.
Who joined the stream? MA, my fave, or one of my faves. Dave's one of my faves too. I mean, I love all of you guys that join the stream. Like y'all are beautiful, and anybody that gives us a super chat, I mean, we always appreciate it, no matter what. We're always gonna say thank you.
Can we dig a moat down the left coast of Washington, Oregon, and California and fill it with alligators? Trump built that alligator moat.
Hell yeah.
Alligators with lasers.
Laser beams attached to their head.
I think it could work.
It might, but that's not going to drive the leftists out of California. I want the leftists out. Like
they're just going to cry animal cruelty, but if we strap the lasers to the
we need
alligator
to just
heads.
ship the leftists to China.
I like your policy on that.
I mean, that's just my...
It's a win-win. They get what they want. They get to live in a communist society.
Yep.
And then we get what we want. We get them out.
We get them out and possibly maybe trade them for some awesome Hong Kong freedom fighters that would love to be Americans. Like, it's a win-win. That's just that's my personal take. Like, can we just do a trade, a swap? Like, I know that China doesn't want to deal with the freedom fighters, but then again, maybe they do. Maybe the freedom fighters want to stay because they're fighting for Hong Kong for real. They want Hong Kong to be free trade and free enterprise. But the Chinese government's trying to come in and be like, "Nah, bitch. Mm-hmm. We want you all to be communist too. Sorry."
Yeah.
No, we don't want communism. No, thank you.
Some of us do, but only the losers.
Oh, what is it? She said, "Damn, I'm not Delaney's fave. Okay, I will have to give Delaney some more compliments." I'll always take compliments, but I don't know. Sorry if I don't remember you from other streams, but these are people that have like frequented the stream weekly. So now you're one of my faves. I'll add you to the list.
You're on her radar.
You're on my radar. I'll add you to the list.
So you know you're halfway there.
You can always follow me on Instagram and
Oh, I was gonna
you
say.
can chat with me on there personally. I usually answer my messages to all of my followers.
Nobody talks to me on Instagram.
Well, you don't have Instagram.
That's probably why.
I mean, I'm trying to do better about being more active on there. I just need more content to post on there. So let's just do it.
She's an up and coming personality that's gonna get a lot of attention. So if you guys get in
I'm
on,
just so cute.
if you get in on it early,
you can be
you're one of the
in on
OGs.
this. You could be one of the OGs that like I message frequently. Like I have this girl that she's a lesbian Trump supporter that lives. I believe she lives in like Nevada, like the California-Nevada border, so she's close. And then there's one other chick that's in like Cincinnati. She messages me regularly. And I have like a bunch of other people that message me all across the country. Gays, lesbians, even straight people.
You'll get there.
I'm getting there, you know?
It's a slow
slow
but
game.
steady build.
I just need to get some love from like one of these super influential gays. Like Real Brokeback Patriot or what's his face? Brandon Strock.
There you go.
Need to just be a part of the Walk Away campaign.
Good plan.
Maybe. I mean, if Walk Away continues to happen. I doubt it, though. We'll see.
Conservative Geoduck says, how did I find this stream?
I
have
don't
a better
know.
question. Why are you a Geoduck?
Conservative Geoduck. Interesting.
We're probably number one on YouTube right now.
I mean, yeah.
We have 13 million people watching right now.
You found us because you're destined to find us. That's how you found us. That's why we need people like you in the stream. Thank you, Geoduck.
Updating Google's results. No major updates here. Everything is still pretty much the same. 209 for Joe, 118 for Donald Trump on the electoral votes.
Nevada's still gray. Mm-hmm.
It's red.
I think
No, it's gray. It's gray.
It's super gray. Montana's turning red. Hell yeah, I knew you would.
I don't know. Judging by the meltdowns happening on TYT and all the other leftist channels, I'm going to have to say it's looking like it's going to go towards Trump. But anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
Gooey Duck. Oh, see, I even messed it up. Now he's going to leave.
Right? Gooey Duck?
Gooey Duck, that's the thing you pull out of the sand, and it's like a clam with a giant, like...
Oh, those things, yeah.
Phallic shape.
Those giant wiener things looking, those wiener looking things.
ACAB says, you people are effing losers. Somebody sounds a little sore.
We love you, ACAB.
Oh, somebody's not liking the results of the election, I don't think.
I mean, yeah, we are losers. It's fine, but so are you. So
well, technically we're going to be winners, I think. So
maybe, but you know what? You can call me a loser all you want, but I'm pretty sure you're just as big a loser as me. So
Doug's got a map we can use. Maybe we'll drop it in chat. Google, yeah, I think Google they take a long time to update the results. So
I mean, we've got time.
Feminism today is owned by the corporations and the DNC.
It's true.
Says MA.
That's why I'm not a feminist.
Women are just better suited for shopping and staying home.
That's what I want to do with my life. I just need to find me a sugar mama to take care of me.
Oh man.
And like I told every girl I date, I'm like, look.
If you deny that, aren't you denying science, because biological differences do tend to point to the fact that women are better like housekeepers and not physically fit to do like physically demanding jobs and stuff? Doesn't that make you a science denier?
I mean, no. Like how is that a science denial?
You're denying the biological differences between men and women.
I'm not denying the biological differences. I'm embracing it.
Not you. No, I'm saying the people who argue against what she's saying.
Oh, well, of course they are. But the thing is science is constantly changing, though. That's their defense. Is science is constantly changing.
Oh,
People
right.
are
Subjectivity. Right. Yeah.
It's not like scientists can be bought off or anything like that to say whatever.
The death of objectivity. I forgot about that whole thing. You can just say that, change definitions of words and.
Yeah, every girl I date, I tell them, I'm like, look, if you're okay with going out and making the bacon, I'll be the one to stay home and take care of the babies, because I don't mind doing that. I'd rather do that than like work for 14 hours a day.
Straight out of the mouth of a female.
Of a female, like kind of masculinist-ish lesbian. I'm okay with taking care of babies. I love it. I love it. That's what I would get so much joy and love out of, is just staying at home, taking care of the children and raising my babies, taking care of them, nurturing them, teaching them, singing to them. Because I love singing. So I'm like, if I can sing to anybody, just sing to my babies all day, day.
Yeah, this map sucks. It hasn't updated in like a half an hour.
Science is not changing in that essence because nature is not changing for feminism nor SJW nonsense. I agree, but they want to believe that it is changing, that science can be changed and science can change, and 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4.
Well, if you just, remove the colonial influences on mathematics, 2 plus 2 can equal 5.
Oh, 2 plus 2 can equal 5 if you just believe.
Or that.
Where's the nearest rooftops? Where's the nearest rooftop? I don't know. Wherever the hell you live, just find it and do whatever you want. But I don't think you should jump. Don't jump nothing, man. The yikes. I'm not no yikes. I'm just me. I just like wearing the clothes that I wear and wearing hats. Especially right now because I haven't gotten a haircut in a while, so my hair looks like shit. On days when my hair doesn't look like crap, I don't wear hats. Let me just tell you for future streams. If I'm wearing a hat, it's because my hair looks like crap. If I'm not wearing a hat, my hair looks good.
There you go.
So. No, I agree. 2 plus 2.
Nothing says, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. 2 plus 2 absolutely does equal 4. But with the way the leftists have invaded the education system, they're teaching children like 2 plus 2 might equal 4.
Mm-hmm.
May equal 4. But us normal...
We're getting there.
We're
transitioning into complete and absolute
mathematics and science. And mathematics, science, all these fields that have been non-subjective, have been purely about numbers and evidence, are turning into these subjective fields. It's happening before our eyes.
Well,
it really is.
That's why I said I wish they could build a society based off of subjective math and engineering and science and see how far they get.
Yeah. We've given them the education system, so...
I think you can post a link. Try it.
Yeah, give it a try. I mean, I don't know how all this stuff works, so give it a try, Dave. And if it doesn't work, then maybe...
If it doesn't work, then we can put some super international pressure on it and see if it comes through.
Right? Sir Bader says, if you destroyed religious and scientific texts today and came back 1,000 years from now, the science texts would be the same. The religious ones wouldn't. And you're right. Science and math are the two, they're the few things that should stay constant and shouldn't change so drastically. Whereas religion, it changes a lot. It changes a lot.
Well...
It shouldn't, though, but it does.
The point is, I think that if you were to erase all of our scientific findings right now, another advanced civilization that comes along, they would find the same thing. Mm-hmm. That's not subjectivity.
It's not subjectivity, yeah. Across the board, science is pretty much the same, no matter what culture you come from. Mm-hmm. Whereas religion, that's a whole nother thing. No matter whatever culture you come from, it changes. It changes. Every region has their own religion and what they believe in and what they believe is right and wrong morally. But we don't want to get into that. Come on, man. Nope, you're wrong. I don't know. Whatever.
True international pressure.
True international pressure.
I can't get over that one. Sorry. It's just way too good. All these Biden gaffes that I've been seeing.
All right, let's check it out. I mean, it's pretty much the same on the map for
Glancing
Google.
at the map, California is up to 52% reporting, 70% for Biden. No surprise there.
No surprise there.
Waiting for more results from Arizona.
We got to still wait from Alaska and Hawaii.
Donald Trump's getting a healthy lead in Texas. 98% reporting, so Donald Trump basically is going to win Florida pretty well. North Carolina is going to Donald Trump as well. 94% reporting. Pennsylvania, Trump. Ohio, Trump. Michigan and Wisconsin, both Trump. With 50% and 70% reporting, so could go either way still on those, but...
Come on, Minnesota, don't let me down.
Wisconsin is looking pretty good.
Good, I mean, we need Wisconsin. What,
Iowa is going to Trump,
Ilhan
it looks
Omar,
like.
she's Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Get her out. Get her ass out.
That one doesn't look like it's in play, but, magic could happen.
Disappointed in you in Minnesota. Come on now. Come on, man.
We're in a linguistic war, and it's getting ugly.
Yeah, you're right.
That's really the name of the game right now. They can't compete on ideas. They can't compete in objectivity. They can't compete on meritocracy. They have to change the language
Oh, yeah.
to...
And they have to buy out people to say what they want them to say.
Yeah, I was watching hilarious videos that that ACAB guy probably really enjoys of these fat mutants in New York. Oh, cops are Nazis.
Oh, cops are bastards.
How does it feel to be a Nazi? And how do you spell Nazi? NYPD. Hilarious. Like the it was a Fleckus This Week in Culture video,
Oh, yeah.
which are always really great.
Those are so great.
Yeah, I mean they've degraded, for just a perfect example, the definition of the Nazi to mean absolutely nothing.
I mean, you can be a black Nazi nowadays.
You're calling a Mexican cop a Nazi. Okay, so the word Nazi now means nothing.
Yeah, it just means I disagree with.
But
if you disagree with
they
me.
keep saying it like it means something though. That's the funny part. It's like, whoa, hold on.
I mean,
You
back in
change the definition to mean nothing. Now, when you say it, it doesn't have any impact. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but they don't.
Yeah, and they don't realize that because they're low IQ
Yeah.
and emotionally driven.
Yeah, totally emotionally driven, and it's sad. It's pathetic. Like, it's just a low IQ, totally low IQ. When people use the slur Nazi to describe somebody, it just doesn't do anything for me.
If you can't compete, change the rules, and that's why we're seeing the same principle applied everywhere along the entire game.
Yeah.
Electoral college, change that.
We'll just go with popular vote
Supreme
instead.
Court, change the rules.
Yeah, it's just instead of 9 judges, we're gonna have 15.
I can't compete in the battlefield of ideas, then change definition of words
Yeah, might as well.
across the board.
So instead of a sexual orientation, let's change it to sexual preference, or instead of sexual preference, sexual orientation, and let's erase sexual preference from the dictionary completely. Even
Oh yeah,
though,
and then we don't even want to talk about all the critical race theory where they call like being on time white supremacy.
sorry, but I was raised with the idea that if you're not early, you're late. That's just me, and I come from a very mixed cultural background, and that's just across the board. We come from hardworking people where if you have a job, show up to your job on time, if not early, so that way you can show your bosses
It's
that
all
you give a
stupid.
shit.
There's a million things on that list of white supremacy
White supremacy.
that are just basically them admitting that they can't live up to the standards set forth by our society.
Yeah, they fail.
We can't be on time. We can't be like, I think one of them was like goal driven or something like that.
You can't have goals.
Can't be family oriented.
Yeah, you can't be. You can't.
Stop trying to redefine like the success to mean being a loser.
Right?
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they are. I'm sorry, but
Scientific method is racist. Math is racist.
everything's racist.
That's right, Tommy.
Yeah, that's right. Everything is racist, especially here in America. According to this chick that I used to work with when I was a lifeguard, she says that America has never been great and that these cracker ass Republicans are the biggest racists of them all. But she refers to all Republicans as crackers, which is not racist.
No, like I can totally tell she has no, emotional.
She has no emotional or racial bias towards anybody.
No, yeah.
Can't stand that crap.
Exceptionalism, yep. Exceptionalism is bad. Hard work is racist.
Yeah, wanting to succeed in life
Anything
is racist.
related to success or the requirements for success is racist.
It's totally racist.
Just
Drivel.
And combine that with the fact that they want to abolish the police and the prisons. They're giving you every sign that you could possibly ask for that they just cannot succeed or live by American societal standards. They're saying that we can't play by your rules, so we have to change them.
Yeah.
We can't abide by your laws, so abolish the police.
Yeah.
We can't succeed by your rules, so abolish being on time, abolish exceptionalism, abolish hard work.
Yeah.
They're just
Abolish-
absolute losers.
Total losers.
And because there's no natural selection in society anymore, they're living in our society, so they have to cope with the fact that they're still living in our society while not being successful, and that's the end result.
Yeah, they're just losers all the way around. Like, it's just I would say it's sad, but it's a choice at this point. You can choose to succeed or you can choose to be a loser.
I mean, that's just nature. There's always going to be losers.
There's always going to be losers.
Be predators and prey.
I feel like the ratio of losers to winners is just getting smaller and small. Like, not smaller and smaller in a sense. Like, the amount of losers is bigger, whereas the amount of, like, winners is smaller. You know, the people who have the winning attitude.
It is, for sure.
The people with the winning attitude, the winning mindset, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, like, not as dense.
Yeah.
And then the amount of the people who have the loser mindset is just growing exponentially just because they're being brainwashed to believe that they're losers.
Well, they're being brainwashed, but also the requirements to live are becoming lower and lower. Like we've got welfare state, we've got all these programs, we've got, you know, you can live in society without doing really much of anything. I mean, look at any Antifa loser. They have no jobs.
They live with their moms.
They're not productive in any capacity, but they're still living.
Yeah.
So the bar is so low.
Most of them probably wish that they weren't living, though, unfortunately, for some reason.
They're also riddled with mental illness, yes.
Yeah, they're riddled with mental illness. They're riddled with just self-doubt and low self-worth. But that's not something that I can cure. That's something that they...
Being trustworthy was on the list of white supremacy as well.
Being trustworthy, huh?
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. They can't, they're just admitting they can't live in our society.
Yeah.
They're the ones telling us that they can't live in our society. So if anybody tries to bring an argument forward saying that we're trying to remove them from society,
no, they're removing themselves.
They literally wrote it all down on paper.
They're removing themselves.
They say they can't live in our society.
Yeah.
I'm not telling anyone.
Yeah.
I'm not telling them to leave.
Yeah,
nobody's telling them to leave.
I mean, I'm telling them to leave just because they're so unhappy and that's what they say that they want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not like forcing them. I'm not like putting them at gunpoint telling them to fucking go to Canada or go to Mexico.
They're just literally laying out all the reasons why they don't want to be in our society.
Yeah. If you don't want to be in it, then leave. Like, if you don't like this country, you can leave. If you don't like this country, you can leave.
Is that a rap song from one of your guys?
Yeah, it's one of my MAGA rappers. They talk about socialism, please. Psh, cut up. Yeah, it's a good song. You probably wouldn't like it.
Probably not. I'm not a rap guy.
I know you're not. I'm a rap. I like all music, but I like rap.
Yeah, idiocracy. It's idiocracy. It's really what it is.
Being skinny is racist. I heard that recently. What the fuck? Well, apparently I'm fucking racist because I'm just naturally skinny. Not because
That's true.
Like I'm totally motherfucking racist, even though I'm kind of brown. Kinda, not all the way.
So these numbers aren't going to come in for a while.
Yeah.
Here's what I think we're going to do. I'm glancing at the swing state numbers on Google.
Okay.
And unless there's something I'm really missing here, it's looking pretty one-sided.
They want Biden to win.
So here's all the swing states. And as you can see, we're looking at 98% reporting here. So that's going to probably go to Trump. 76% reporting with a healthy lead there. That's going to go to Trump. 88% reporting, healthy lead for Trump. Yep. That's probably going to go to Trump. 52%, this one, it's a healthy lead. It's 10% in Michigan. Probably going to go to Trump. Nevada, nothing yet.
Nothing yet on
probably
Nevada.
Probably going to be red, though.
I think I don't know. Nevada can be surprising.
Maybe. 94% reporting here. That's going to go to Trump. 94% reporting here. That's a healthy lead for Trump in Ohio. 54%, 14% lead for Trump in Pennsylvania.
We knew Trump was going to probably take
78% reporting in Texas with Trump up 6%. 72% reporting in Wisconsin with Trump up 6%. So it's looking to me like
Trump's going to take it.
It looks like it.
I mean, I hope he does. I just don't want Biden to win. I'm sorry. He's just no good.
Well,
just radiates evil to me.
Yeah, I hear you.
He just radiates and oozes evil.
He doesn't radiate anything to me. He's practically on the verge of death.
There's that, but my lesbianism, I get to see the auras and the essences and the vibes.
Oh,
and all
that's
that
right.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
I get to see that especially. So I just when I see people that support him, they just ooze evil and just negativity and despair and just
I think that's just being female.
no, it's that is being female, seeing all that shit. But I don't know. They're not leading with hope and love and light.
It's a dark winter.
Dark winter.
Dark winter.
They're totally leading with the dark winter
Dark
stuff.
winter filled with true international depression.
Yeah. True international. Right? Oh, true international.
Well, we just hit 2 hours.
We're not going to have any results quite yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. We could keep streaming, but we're not going to have the result.
I don't know. When are we going to have the results?
That's the question right now.
Maybe we should,
I think we should tune into some of the other guys and watch them melt down.
maybe stop the stream.
I think we've served our duty in,
we tried to bring some love and light and prosperity into this
allowing
universe.
some of the relief from the anxiety of looking at the numbers and everything.
It's okay. No matter who wins, it'll be okay. Because every little thing is gonna be all right.
The tacos on TYT is scary. See, okay, we're missing out on a lot of stuff. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and say that it looks like Trump's going to win.
I predict Trump winning as well.
At this point. And
But-
with that, I think we got to go participate in the rest of this trash talking that everyone else is doing in other people's chat.
Yeah.
And see what all the fanfare is about.
Yeah, guys.
Predicted was flipped. The odds to 60-40 Trump.
Woo!
That's what I like to hear. Thank you for that, Frail Jew update. That's exactly where I have my bet in. So I'll be looking at that as soon as I get off of here to look at the updates.
I think we should.
We hope you guys enjoy the results of the election. And we'll be back probably later this week to talk
Definitely.
about what's going on. Look for us trolling in the TYT chat.
I mean, let's do it. I'm down. I'm down to go troll some TYT nutbags.
Yes. All right, guys. We'll catch you next time on the Weekly Narrative. We hope this was enjoyable for you guys. Election night 2020. We had to at least hang out with you guys for a little bit.
Just for a little bit.
We'll see you next time.
Happy to entertain.
Hell yeah, it was fun.
See you guys.
Did you have fun?
I had fun. Did you
I had
have fun?
I loved it. That was great.
It was good.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Good night, you guys. See you later.
Peace.